everyone, welcome to UniPath's YouTube channel. I'm Kibele Şebnem Yıldırım. UniPath is a digital course that provides free counseling for underprivileged students who like to study abroad. So today we're going to talk about college interviews, which is everyone's one of the favorite topics and which is a really common question that everyone asks and everyone stresses about every year. So I had this little notebook that I had my notes in when I was preparing for college interviews that are offered me. So I had this long checklist with have I applied for portfolio? Have I applied? Have I gotten any questions beforehand? Have I applied for scholarships and also everything? So basically, and have I ever asked questions to the admissions office? Because it's really important for some schools. So basically, I have taken notes on every college, and I have researched a lot of things about the college, and I literally memorized everything about the colleges that I have offered interview or I have written essay for. So the first thing is about the interviews is that it's gonna be mostly an alumni of the school. So you should be able to ask questions. I mean, that was what I did when I was interviewing, and it was really successful. My interviews, all of them are really successful because I had the opportunity to connect and talk with them after my interviews as well. So basically, the main thing I did, like at the end of the interview, was asking specific questions about their experience on the school. Because I mean, you can tell like it can be Ivy League, it can be Princeton, it can be Harvard, but you should be always asking questions about the school that you're interested. This is the reason why, like, it is not only Q&A. They're not only gonna ask you questions about like your interests and stuff. You should be preparing like 3-5 questions for them, and you should be making the conversation going more. I remember one of my Tufts interview. I think we talked about more of the person who is interviewing me. We talk about more of our experience than the questions that are asked to me. So that's why I had to make the impression of I was really interested in the school, and I was ready to be a part of the community and furthermore the part of the alumni. That's why I have prepared a lot of specific questions related to the interviewer's background. These can include, oh, you were an attendee of that club. Can you tell me about that club? I was really interested in club. Or you can ask, oh, you majored in this. I am really eager to major in this. Can you tell me about this particular class with this particular professor? This is really important. But basically, in interviews, from my point of view, you should be the one who is talking more, who is leading the interview more, not the interviewer. But you're gonna make this subconsciously so they cannot trick you. So basically, in interview, this is from my Princeton interview. I had like 3 pages of notes, and I have taken 7 questions. I have prepared 7 questions for the interviewer. I have found 6 bullet points for my Princeton interview. This was about research opportunities, and I have searched that there is a carbon mitigation initiative that I can be used because in my profile, I had contacted a research in chemistry, and I have like High Meadows Environmental Institute, which could be really useful when I was talking in an interview. I'm not sure why I did that. The second thing is purely not relevant with the research background. It's about seminars. The seminars of from history and science tech and public policy stuff. There were like really specific notes that I've taken here. And the third one is really specific about research as well, because I was presenting an academic background to Princeton, so that's why uh, I have taken like uh, really specific research topics and really specific professors, and in his or her research topics and research papers, even research papers I have read and taken notes, and sometimes email the professor. And sometimes the professors in colleges email you back, even you're in high school year and you're from a different country. Like, you can actually connect with them while you were in high school. I mean, I did that in my last year, but if I knew that strategy before, I would definitely start emailing the professors of high ranking colleges in my freshman year. That's why it's really important that you should be focusing on providing some connections with the school. So this is basically how it's important in terms of interviews, because you can show this in interview. You can also show this research, this interest in your essays and in your research, even though you don't get the chance to talk and interview with an alumni. You can just write such things in your essays, and you can shine out through your essays as well. This is also an opportunity. But I mean, as interviews are another additional part that you may have more chance than other stuff, because you're gonna provide a lot of things in your essays, but you should be focusing on different stuffs you haven't mentioned in your essays. That's why you should be also studying a lot for these essays, these interviews as well, because as long as you talk about, the interview is gonna take notes mostly, and after that they are gonna write a reflection about you. They're gonna talk about, oh, we talk about this, I think she is a good fit, or other stuff. This is really important while we are talking about interviews. The fourth point, I have talked about the residential college system, and I really make it I also said this is Hogwarts, because I was a really big Harry Potter fan when I was a child. And I talk about specific things like Z Team and Clash of Colleges and stuff. I mean, they were really specific. If you go into any college's website, you can see a lot of specific things that the school is happy about. Then I have also added something about student blogs, because I had this passion to write about my researchers or anything about literature as well. I used to enjoy writing a lot in any field. I still do, but I don't have the time to. So, I mean, these were my point of views, in which in every question that is asked to me, I was finding a way to connect these things that I found with my answers all the time. Even though it's not related with the question, for example, what is your passion? If I'm talking about my passion on chemistry, for example, I was going to point out to specific research opportunities and research student blogs and specific professors. I mean, I was always finding a way to point out to those areas, even though I'm talking about my passion on chemistry, for example. And I also prepared really specific questions about the interviewer's background and also the schools. I mean, you shouldn't be also asking about only the interviewer, of course. You should be mostly focused on the school, about those experiences. For example, I remember I have seen a couple of things in Princeton University, and I have picked it up, couple stuff that I enjoyed, that I would enjoy if I was a student in Princeton University. That's why I have written a lot of specific things about the university as well. So this is mostly what I did with my interview. So these were the most basic things about interview. But what I would recommend in the interview, while you were interviewing with the interviewer, you should be in a really good like place. The lighting must be great, your voice must be great, you should be currently active and listening everything, and you should be friendly to the interviewer. You should be seeing, but you shouldn't be fake, because like everyone can sense fake, right? They are the people who are gonna write the like essay for you. They're gonna write an essay about, oh, I think she's a good fit. Oh, she talked about this. Oh, this really like this thing she said really like lingered in my mind, because like oh, what did she did, like she is really engaged in the Princeton, for example. So this is really important in terms of looking through and like uh processing the interview. So interview must be perfect in every way, but you should be making it really authentic and really natural and really sweet and friendly. And if you're conducting online, please like answer like 10 minutes before, and like always have a smiling face and never turn off your camera. Like that's not even like, acceptable, but some people are asking. No, you shouldn't be turning off your camera. They should be seeing you as human as possible, because it's really essential for a lot of people to experience um, this interaction. Because like you, I mean, even like you're online, so you cannot give a lot of like emotion, a lot of sense, a lot of passion. I mean, you should be trying even more harder if it's an online interview, because you should be able to like make the other feel what you feel about a specific topic. You should be practicing on making people believe in you. So these are my basically couple of suggestions about interviews. Although like you don't get in the opportunity to get an interview, or you feel like it's like you didn't get into the college you want, I'm sure it's gonna be the best choice for you. So don't forget to subscribe and comment on our channel and like the video, please. Please let us know what other contents that you want us to produce. Have a nice day. We love you so much.